The countdown flickers on screen. The vessel shuddered to life. 10, 9, 8. Luna! Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi. I'm glad you clicked on my video. We're going to be playing this game called Astronought, Astronought, Astronaut, whatever. But yeah, we're going to be checking this game out. I read what it was about, but I'm not going to lie to you. It was reading to read, not reading to understand. So I know it's something about me being on a ship, something about pet food supplies, and something about waking up being the only crewmate and you have to figure out what's going on the ship. I do know it's only one ending, so that's great. So yeah, I don't have to try to figure out multiple endings. I love games like that, but they can take quite a few time because I be invested. So without further ado, grab your water. She's hiding out. Hopefully I just saw a little miniature lag. Don't play with me, computer. Don't play. But grab your water. I don't even know where to put it because it lagged when I grabbed my water. So I'm gonna just leave it right here. Yeah, water set. You guys ready? Let's get into the game. Let's go. This game contains screen shaking, violence, vomit, body horror, and worms. Ew. Please consider reading full list of content warning as I didn't get it. Read the content warning. I'll probably put it in the description. Hopefully I don't forget. Music sound very much like a horror game, so the tone is being set. I like that for us. Okay. It's auto saves and all that. Okay, we're in the game now, guys. This is reminding me of Scarlet Hollow. I cannot wait for them to return. I've been reading stuff and I'm just like, be patient, be patient. Vessel Bidadari 221, designated mechanic. Please input crewmate identification. Oh, I'm gonna put Ty. Okay. Yep, this is giving me Scarlet Hollow vibes for sure. This art style is nice. Okay. The moment my eyes flickered open, I instantly knew something was wrong. Oh no. Bright red lights flooded the ambience within my private quarters, leaving everything looking blood-soaked and gruesome. For a second, there was a pulse of fear in my chest before it faded, my logic stifling my instincts, telling me it was too soon to panic. Despite how the crimson hue signaled danger all around me, it was better to keep my head on straight. My hand reaches up to scratch an uncomfortable itch on my collar, only to find my arm was caught underneath my toppled desk. Luckily, my suit cushioned most of the impact, leaving a dull ache and nothing more. Okay, sound effects. Grunting with effort, I kicked off the offending furniture and set up to assess everything, fixing my visor over my eyes. I cast a quick glance around my room. Some furniture toppled on their sides, and my usually neat shelf of books and trinkets chaotic and disorganized. It sounded like somebody was shaking some tables. Like, what happened? Did the ship crash into something while I was asleep? Baby, it did more than crash. It turned, it rotated, it did a lot. Turn and rotate. Synonyms, aren't you? Okay, focus. Shut up, y'all. Stop talking. Usually there was a piercing alarm accompanying the emergency lights, but oddly enough, it's gone quiet. I mean, I don't know what's scarier, the complete quiet or an alarm going off, child. Either I slept through it somehow, or something else happened for it to malfunction. As a person in charge of the repairs and maintenance, that didn't bode well to me in the slightest. Okay, baby, wake up and do your job. Just the sheer volume of that siren should have woken me up. Sigh? Hold on. Sigh, don't try to come steal my name. Sigh, Ty, we sisters. Okay. I called out to the room expecting a matronly, if a logic. We was doing so well. Okay. I got distracted by Sigh and Ty. We're besties now. I called out to the room expecting a matronly, if a little stoic voice to respond back. Matronly? I hope I pronounced it right. Delayed responses from the ship's AI weren't common, but they could still happen. Oh, it's an AI. Okay, Sigh. You're still in my, identity. As a spacecraft shipping nothing but Earthian pet supplies across the galaxy, we weren't really working with the most advanced tech there is. Not to mention the budget cuts. Oh, snaps. So why are we here? I sighed, already feeling a migraine forming in the back of my head. Sigh, can you respond, please? Still nothing, baby. Just get up. I clicked my tongue. That's not a good start. I inhaled deeply and stood up to exit my room, my boots clunking down the hall, the only accompaniment I had as I made my way to the main console. Along the way, I didn't see any other signs of disturbance, not like the one in my room at least. I scratched at my arm, keeping a lookout for any trouble. Everything seemed to be business as usual, other than the emergency lights, that is. A nagging thought crept into my head. While I wanted to take a current situation seriously, I couldn't help feeling skeptical. Was it any one of their pranks again? It's been a few months of me working for this company. I was expecting the hazing phase to die out any day now. Or at least I hope it would eventually. There's only so many ways one can keep themselves entertained on a shipping vessel months into a trip, I suppose. I just hated the fact that I was the one of those ways. Regardless, whatever's happening is worth investigating, awful coworkers or not. I can only hope I got out of this one way without any lasting troubles. I feel like since there's only one ending, it's gonna be a bad end. Well, it's gonna be a bad ending in my hindsight. I think. Let's think. Let's just continue on. Reaching the main console of the ship, I frowned at the absence of the crewmates. It was getting a little ridiculous how quiet the space was, other than the ambient humming and occasional bleeps from the console. At first, I thought I wanted to feel offended at the fact that nobody came to fetch me if it was a possible emergency, but the greeting silence only formed a pit in my stomach. Captain? Anyone? Is this another disappearing bit? Because it wasn't funny the last two times either. The lights are a nice touch though. No stifled chortles? Ooh, you're using big words. No snarky quips. Bristling from the quiet, I called out again. Come on, guys, I'd rather you insult me than leave me in the dark like this. Nothing. I sighed and shuffled over the main panel. I'm sorry, this is a little too calm for me. I don't care if people been playing pranks on me all year or whatever the case may be, whatever. But I would have been running around that ship like a little chicken with a head cut off, like, where everybody at? Oh, where are y'all? You gonna scare me? You gonna scare me? We on the ship. I got no choice. But y'all not about to sit here and I'm not about to sit here and calmly walk around each room like, nah, no one's here. I sighed and shuffled over to the main panel. Okay, pulling the lever to disable the emergency lights, the dark, gory tint of the room fades away into its usual sterile white. Let's see, that's working fine. Standing there, I expected someone to at least reveal themselves already. It's like a game of chicken to see if I'll break down first. I folded my arms, standing awkwardly in the center of the room. She's like this. Nothing but absolute stifling silence. That's how I look. Guys, with every passing second, a heavy sense of trepidation grew. I swallowed down the inevitability. I had to accept that it wasn't. That word always chokes me up. Like, I eventually say it right, but it always gets me. That that trying to say that back to back. I had to accept that it wasn't a practical joke after all. Shuffling to the console hurriedly, I checked the rest of the systems. Artificial gravity, navigations, communications. My brows furrowed as I squinted down at all the panels. It's like everything was reset. I perked up as I caught sight of the reboot logo for the ship thrumming back and forth on one of the screens. Do we press it? Sigh, AP must be restarting. Okay. I waited impatiently for the familiar dinky chime to ring through the speakers. Sigh. Hello. The low droning voice was littered with more static than usual. I was just glad to hear someone talk back. Oh, thank God. Is everything alright? You don't sound too good. The current state of the systems are suboptimal. Do y'all like my robotic voice? Wait a minute, I need water. I'm being too goofy. I ain't even have coffee, y'all. This is just me, just happy right now. Several of my primary functions are disabled and inoperable. I recommend repairs immediately. I'll get right to that once I figure out what's going on. I fidgeted with my tool belt as I thought of something simple to ask. What happened to the ship? Where is everyone else? Okay. Now, these are two important questions because we are on an empty ship and it seemed like the ship has been damaged in a way. Now, from my understanding, we don't see anyone else. We are to believe we're the only ones left. So, with that being said, I'm going to be more concerned about what happened to the ship because where everyone else is, oh look, not me take so long, my cursor disappeared. What happened to the ship? There was a short pause before Sai was able to respond. Significant impact was detected against rear exterior of the ship. My brows raised. We hit something? Affirmative. I grimaced, my worst fear coming true. I was really hoping that wasn't the case. And how long ago? Approximately 24 minutes ago. And I was passed out on the floor the entire time? This might be more serious than I thought. Okay, that answers that. How bad is it? Unknown. Manual assessment required. I gulped, my breath stilling for a second. The thought of having to leave safety of the ship, crawl along the outside, tethered by nothing but a flimsy cable to inspect damage, who knows how bad. And on top of that, who's going to make sure you good? I leaned forward as a nervous laugh spilled between my teeth, hands gripping the edge of the console to steady myself. I'll earn out. Look, that science high is tripping me. Okay, I'm over here doing a robotic voice for myself. I'll get to it later. External. Wait, why did it go away so fast? I didn't even click anything. What was it? What did it say? External suits are located at. Okay. I said I'll get to it later. I do not recommend postponing the repairs. It is affecting my performance significantly. I'm not postponing. I'm just building up to it. I really insist. Sai, don't be playing with me. I really insist that you. Drop it, Sai. Okay, Ty, you the only one on this ship. You better calm down. Don't make your only friend mad. Very well. I'm trying to figure out how to do this voice with a little staticky look at the one. Okay, cool. I can ask both of them. Cool. Okay, where is everyone? One crew member accounted for. That's me. Just one? That was concerning. There's supposed to be 5 of us. Can you scan for everyone else? Negative. What? Why? As I have mentioned, I am in dire need of repairs. My biometric centers are inoperable. My tracking systems are inoperable. My baby, I'm in my character bed. Stop playing with me. My surveillance network is Okay, I got it. What could possibly cause so much damage in my sleep? Deep down, I knew it. It was foolish to disregard Sai's advice. I was the mechanic. For God's sake, fixing things was the entire point of me being hired onto this crew. I didn't need a semi-advanced AI to tell me that. I turned my attention back to the console. My eyes were glued to the big red button. I was looking at that too, right at the edge, my hand twitching with the urge to press it. Maybe it was too soon to panic, but with everything going on, I was stumped on what to do. I held back, clenching my hands into my fists so tight I could hear my gloves squeak. If I pressed that button and made a fool of myself, not a single person on this vessel will let me down. I mean, there's no one else. Dread forming in my throat, I dragged my boots across the floor, ignoring the tremors in my hands, and I prepared it to head to the loading bay. Pausing at the door, I threw out one last question to the air. We're not in imminent danger, are we? Sigh. Are we in danger? She said, baby, go find out. Error. Error. I pinched my brows, gathering whatever courage I had. Astrophobia be darned. I had to be doing my job. How you have astrophobia and you... Child, okay. I mean, that's kind of someone who has stage fright who's also a performer, so I can't be on you too much. But stage fright, I don't know. Transversing down the halls, I kept an eye out for any signs of crew members. While repairing the Bidadari was my main priority at the moment, it didn't hurt to see if I could find any of my absent colleagues. Plus, I wasn't really thrilled with the idea of leaving the ship without someone watching my back. Exactly, that's what I said. I'm like, who's gonna watch your back? Maybe I was still holding on to the hope that this was all some sick joke. They just upped the game with their pranks, is all. Seeing as they haven't gotten a decent reaction out of me in a while, they couldn't have possibly abandoned me, right? I mean, you're the only one accounted for. I don't necessarily think they abandoned me. I think, oh no, because why would they leave me? Because I'm about to say, I think something happened on the ship. Let's keep going. Just as my thoughts were about to spiral into negative territory, I heard a faint footstep from down the hall. Uh-oh. My head whipped to the side just in time for me to catch a glimpse of one of my crewmates donned in one of the external suits. Were they from the loading bay? The helmet shone against the bright light, obscuring the rarer inside as they darted out of sight. My hope rekindled. I quickly pursued them down the hall. These sound effects are beautiful. Hey! I turned to the corner just to see they're back in time. Hey, wait up! I'm scared. I don't feel like that's a crewmate. Nani? They instantly stopped, spinning on their heels and staring back at me with a rigid spine. See, now this is somebody who upon my ship who don't belong and they wasn't aware of me. Because why did you get startled? I mean, I would be startled. I was the only one expecting. I was the only one laugh. But, I couldn't see their eyes from behind the darkened glass, but I could feel the weight of their gaze. I looked down at the name tag on their suit, but it seemed to have been ripped off. See, this reminded me of a book I just read. It's from the book was called The Black Girl Survived in this one. And it's like miniature stories in between. And one of the books had this type of situation going on. Whoever it was, I didn't care. I would care. This is not Ty. I should name this somebody else. I'm so glad I finally found someone. I was this close to thinking. I hesitated, biting down on my tongue. I couldn't show this person I was freaking out. Absolutely not. Anyways, where's everyone else? Do you know where they are? They stopped completely still, seemed to tremble slightly. None of this is weird to you? Crewmate. Guma, what? Their voice came out muffled. What? Hang on, let me just... I reach over to flick the mic on their helmet. They pause for a moment before speaking once more, their hesitant voice ringing through. Luna? That's better. They seem to vibrate with excitement. Delight! Amazing to see you. Who are you? I'm not Luna. My name's Ty. Amazing, too. I looked over their frame, trying to pinpoint their height or look for an indicator that I knew who this was. Whoever it was, they were pretty short. Okay. Is that you, Marcus? They bristled as if offended. The doctor? Ew. He is smelly like the meteor slugs and star debris. Okay. Okay, just tell me who you are. Is that you, Kiara? They scoffed. Nosy cook? She is smelly too. Oh. Who could this possibly be? Based on their attitude so far, it didn't seem like anyone I recognized. I clawed my brain for another hint. I'm pretty sure that's not you, then. They made an indignant noise. I am not none of your friends. None of mine. Oh. Are you, that new recruit we got a few days ago? What a terrible time for introductions. I definitely heard in passing between gossip management sent us yet another new member of our small crew. Oh. So I'm no longer the new guy. So why y'all keep pranking me? Why y'all not having been pranking this person? Don't play with me. I read that. They're usually considered an extra set of hands around the ship. Something about training on the job. I felt bad. They're probably being paid pennies for a position that wasn't even permanent. Not to mention ending up in a busted ship days after arriving. Normally in 2 months, they'll be dropped off at the next depot, and we'll be picking up a new stranger in their place. At least if things went well and the ship doesn't explode. I hide the guilt in my eyes behind a smile. Okay, so how come Sai didn't account for you? Because I took that one person as me. So I don't know if that one person would be considered that person now. Or would it have been scanned? I don't know, child. I'm confusing myself. But when she said that one person, I took that as for myself. In that case, I don't think we met. I'm usually so busy running around the ship doing other people's errands. Anyways, I'm tired. I held out my hand. And you are? They freeze again, staring at my hand as I expected to grow teeth and start snapping at them. Luna, you would shake my hand? Okay, so this is her name, Luna. Okay, got you. I had an imaginary friend named Luna. Their hand darted out to grip mine tightly. Squeezing so hard, let out an involuntary yelp. Hey, watch the grip. They quickly released my hand, recoiling. Mistake. Sorry, look, I mean to say Ty. Wait, hold on, no. You calling me Luna? Okay, this is getting intriguing. What's going on? Who am I? I did not meet you so soon. What? I was still in the middle of cleaning. Cleaning? I raised a brow. Since when do we start hiring janitors? They gave a terse, awkward laugh like a teetering of a bird call. First of all, these masks gotta come off. Let me see your face. Not the kind of cleaning I talk about, but yes. Okay. For the life of me, I couldn't pinpoint what accent they spoke in. They speaking in liar. I'm sorry, what was your name again? They stilled. I did not. They looked around before pointing at my tool belt excitedly. You would call me Wrench. No, what's your government name? What's the name your mama gave you? I blinked behind my visor. Pardon? Wrench. Yes. Like the shiny thing on your hip. Look full. No. I'm gonna hit you with this wrench. I glanced down at it before regarding them into an incredulous squint. My colleagues probably put them up to this. I am not calling you that. They deflated, shoulder sinking in disappointment. Oh, fine. Not wrench. You would call me crewmate? Atom. Adam? Atom. They gave a huffy sigh, arms akimbo. You having a really nice conversation with this person you don't know. Like, am I missing something? Like, I understand stranger danger, but you're on a ship where everyone's gone. Red lights were going. You were told you hit something. You were the only one accounted for on this ship. And you are having this very cool, calm, collected conversation with this new hiree that no one seemed to want to prank, but for whatever reason kept pranking me. You are a tiny bit deaf. No, I will remember. I'm not. When did they start hiring such eccentric members? What kind of name is Adam anyway? A made up one. At least it was better than Wrench. I shook my head, resisting the urge to just turn around and leave. You didn't answer me though. Do you know where everyone else is? They shrugged, teetering back and forth on their toes. I have not seen them. They might be hiding. I narrowed my eyes in doubt. Why would they be hiding? By the ways, I have a very important question. It means life and death. Okay, back up. What? What is it? What is your favorite color? Get out of my face. What? What is your favorite color? Calm down. Jeez, relax. I want answer now, baby. We would have been fighting. At this point, we the only two left to the death. Fine. It is. Okay. Oh, wait. I don't even see my favorite color. Okay, I'll do orange. Striking. I do like, my favorite color is orange. In order, black, orange, pink. Or black, pink, orange. Black is first, but like, yeah. Striking. Orange, like the tail of a comet serpent. Very bright. I will remember. I didn't even read what that last option was. It was said something at the bottom. It was a sentence. I sputtered, giving them a deadpan look. What are you, 12? Exactly. We don't have time for this. I am 6 moons old, actually. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Stop messing around. Look, I don't know what your deal is, but we have missing crewmates in a malfunctioning ship. How you not freaking out beyond me? But could you please get your head on straight and help me figure this out? So here's what you do, Ty. That's what you do. Send him out there to fix whatever needs to be fixed. That case, if he start being weird, release the string, whatever's going to be holding the cable. Release it. Let him be earth food or space food. Okay. They stayed tuned, barely moving a muscle. They stayed tuned. They stayed silent. My bad. My glare falters. Maybe I was a little harsh. At least until they started clapping their hands with a soft giggle. No, you too cheerful. Inspire. I will help you to end of galaxy, Luna. It's Ty. Ty, of course. Silly the me. I huff. Who is this? Starfire. I have resisting the urge to rub my temples. Rookies. Were they under the impression that I was someone important? Sting. Still, the presence of one strange individual as company was better than none at all. But you don't know who this is. This could be an alien. Where was I? Oh, right. Loading bay. Exosuit fixing ship. 3 simple things. I cleared my throat, hiding my anxiety as my arm gestured towards opposite of the hall where they were headed. I need someone to watch my back while I go outside. No, you were supposed to send them. They perked up. Outside? You sound like you would like to swim? I frowned out their strange acknowledgement before nodding. Yeah? Sai told me there's... What's... Oh no, I'm missing everything. Sai told me there's some damage outside the ship. Who is Sai? None of your business. I blinked. See? That is right there. The AI of the ship? Ah, of course. See, no. You letting them in on too many secrets. The AA. But there is no need, Luna. I already fixed. You did? I was wondering why they were wearing the suit. It had to be for a reason. Hang on. I thought you were cleaning. I have many talents. Skillful. That's great. I guess I don't have to then. I stood there awkwardly, rerouting my priorities now that one major task was taken care of. I had to admit I was relieved. Nah, don't be relieved. I don't trust it. Anything to keep me the furthest. Sorry, my heat is coming on, y'all. Anything to keep me the furthest I could be from the vastness of space. I guess it's all that's left to find the others. They didn't seem too happy about that. Others. Why? Why? Is that even worth asking? They lifted their head as if to give me a passive-aggressive look behind the dark helmet. Take your mask off. Let me see your face. I am sure they are around. Wasting. Literally wasting. It didn't take a genius to figure out how Adam felt about the rest of the team. My coworkers must have given them the newbie treatment. Hate their guts, huh? They teetered quietly. Their guts? Yes. But you care. So I will follow. Hopping on their foot, they clapped their hands once more. It would be chance for me to know you better, Luna. Tai! I sighed, turning around to start heading towards the cabins. None of this is suspicious to you. Let's go. Let us. You gonna have to walk in front of me. All that. Cause you keep calling me Luna. You being weird. Hours of searching up and down and sideways. We looked through every possible nook and cranny of the ship I could think of. Picked clean as a carcass. Am I just going insane, or did they really actually abandon me? I don't understand. Where could they be? Adam fiddled with their glove, humming an incoherent tune. Gone. I inhaled shakily, digging my hand through my hair. How? They're primetime jerks, but this is too much. They couldn't have just ditched me. Where would they even go? Do not fret, Luna. You are not alone. You have me. Let me find out this is Sai. My eyes twitched. That's not as big as a reassurance as you think it is. Papa. Would you like to eat? I think you should eat. Humans feel better after food, yes? Aren't you a human? What? Do you cook now too? Next to cleaning and fixing? I do many things. I couldn't muster up the energy to even sigh. We already have Kiara handling our meals. They sputtered as if I just spat on their boot, but Kiara's not around, child. Her food is inferior, hardly crunchy. I paused for a moment, wondering if I should question them further, but decided it wasn't worth the interrogation. If you say so. So you're a janitor, mechanic, and cook? Let me find out you stole all their personalities and threw it into your systems. What planet did they pick you up from, huh? They flicked their wrists as if giving them a compliment. Rejoice. I am very talented. I can do anything for you, Luna. Anything except find our crewmates, apparently. They shrugged nonchalantly, not a care in the world. You know, I never even gave this person a voice. I'm using my normal voice for everything, except for Sai. She's special. Their apathy was something to behold. It wasn't my place to judge, but I just couldn't help feeling suspicious. How would this person sound? Let me think. I gotta give them a voice. Even though I've been talking this whole time, I just realized. You certainly meet a lot of different types of people working this job. I straightened. Adam didn't mention they fixed the ship, didn't they? I figured exercise again would be worth a shot. Not to mention for these cases, maybe it was about time to look through the logs. Let's head back to Maine. Maybe I can figure out what happened there. They gave me an enthusiastic thumbs up, eager to follow close with a pep in their step. I was still deciding whether I preferred being alone or not. Count my blessings, I suppose. Count your blessings, but don't count your chickens just yet because, child, I don't trust it. We entered the main console, my steps leading me to the archives unit. Keying in my ID, I scrolled through the past few hours, only to feel my heart shrivel, freeze, and drop in the span of a second. Every single log file existing was corrupted. Oh no. Even the backups of those backups. How could it? Hey, Ty, I actually just remembered another life and death question. Not now, Adam. My fingers work the keys, digging around for something, anything. Adam fidgets and shuffles beside me. But it is very important. I mean, it's very much this time. You're just trying to get information about me so you can steal my identity. I said not now. They made another indignant noise, mumbling under their breath. Grumpy, I will remember. See? Other than that, they seem to stay put, watching me closely as I agonize over the console. Where is everything? I yelped as the console sparked, static riddling the screen before it turned off completely. What'd you just do, Adam? What? No! I could only stare back at my reflection, wisp of smoke curling between the crevices of the keys. Adam leaned over my shoulder to take a peek. Do you have time for a life or death question now? I closed my eyes and inhaled deeply, counting to 3 before exhaling out. What is it? Adam made a happy noise, glad to have my attention again. If you can't peep this is all wrong, I don't know what to tell you, Ty. You deserve to be floating into space. What can you eat? I furrowed my brows. What? What do you mean? They chuffed impatiently, tapping their foot. What can you eat? What can you eat without dying horrible, painful, choking death? Will you explode like Crater Bug if I give you the nut? What? what are we talking about? Or your gut will fail and liquefy if I give you a lactose. Weren't they asking if I had any allergies? Exactly. They mentioned something about cooking, didn't they? Our dietary information restrictions are in our files. Didn't think to check. You didn't think to check? I could hear the pout in their voice. Reading will take time. You will tell me now. I rolled my eyes, irritation clear on my face. If it gets you off my back. Okay, my diet is unique. I'm vegan, I'm pescatarian, I'm vegetarian. I can eat anything. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm gonna go with real life. Leafy. I will remember. I fixed them a pointed look. Aren't you worried, Adam? Where's everyone else? Shouldn't you be asking their favorite colors and their tummy problems too? At the question, their demeanor shifted. This person trying to make me their wife. I may look like Luna to them. Well, whoever Luna is in their space world, that's probably who they think I am. Or I'm not gonna say that's probably who think I am. I think they want me to replace Luna. And that's what I'm getting from this. No, they starve. The dead seriousness in their voice completely threw me off. It was full of stone cold malice, unlike anything I ever heard from them. I know they can be real insufferable at times. Trust me, I know. But the fact they're missing is still a huge concern. They folded their arms, a rising heat in their tone. They are mean and bossy and kick you around. The captain, she is the worst. I will never forgive her. I blinked, wondering where the heck that even came from. I shook my head, my frustration rising with every second of interaction with this newbie. That doesn't matter. This entire situation is wrong. Can't you see that? Can't you see this whole entire situation is wrong? They shrugged. Everything I want to care about is right here. Never mind. See, look. I glanced over at the control panel, eyes scanning over the buttons and dials before landing on that very, very enticing big red button. I walked towards it. What are you doing? Calling for help. Captains always said not to press it unless necessary, but circumstances are dire. Or at least I would if the big red button didn't burst into sparks and smoke just as the fingertips reached for it. See, now, Luna is over here destroying, I said Luna, this person, Adam, destroying everything I touch, or about to touch. I stared, slack-jawed, as my hand hovered mid-air, 1 feet away from what should have been my one last ticket to salvation, away from the mess. What is happening? Amongst the many deities living in the stars, there's got to be one out there that absolutely detests my entire whole being. You should have pressed it when you was in here by yourself. Adam made a hum of acknowledgement, staring at the console. Bad luck? I scoffed, gritting my teeth as I fumbled with my tool belt. Luck has nothing to do with this. Getting on my knees, I worked at the paneling underneath the main console until it popped off with an unceremonious kerchonk. Adam stiffened behind me. I could only freeze in horror, attempting to comprehend what I was looking at. Is it one of the crewmates? Ew. Oh, these are the worms. What was supposed to be the wires and circuit boards were riddled with pulsing, icky tentacles. No, not tentacles. Worms. Ugh. They bobbed and weaved and slid through the internal circuitry, bearing impossible attempt that I had to even tinker with it. Ever insistent, I decided to proceed anyway, pulling out my screwdriver and poking the closest part with the tip. Ew. They wriggled away in response. Whatever they were responded to stimuli. That's creepy as heck. A voice murmured softly next to my ear. I do not think you should touch that, Luna. My grip tightened on my screwdriver. I don't think so either. So now we got the worms and all that. I left it open, refusing to touch it more than I had to, even with gloves on. But I had to be sure. One by one, I pried open every opening I could think of within the room. Can I tap? Oh, can I do that? It was one of these buttons you could press to like eliminate this. I forgot what it was. Let me leave it alone. That's for a whole nother game. I was gonna assume it was the same. Nothing but worms. Ew. Adam fidgeted with their hands, silent on it all the while. For once, they seemed to understand my growing desperation. My gut roiled in disgust as I tossed the final panel away, the metal clattering against the floor. They'd taken over the ship. Return of the killer worms. Missing crewmates, malfunctioning AI, unknown funky organisms crawling through the ship, and an Adam, whoever he is. What the heck is anyone even supposed to do in this situation? I was never trained for this. Or I was, but that was orientation months ago. And all they told us was to press the big red freaking button. Pacing back and forth, I fidgeted with the flaps on my tool belt, muttering solutions under my breath. Luna? Tai? I do not see why you worry. What? Do you not see the worms everywhere? I have seen them before. Safe. My steps halted at the casual admission. So this person who's speaking to you like Starfire does not concern you at all. Like, this is all normal. It's a newbie, and you just took it for what it said. Okay, I'm here with you. I got it. You've seen them before? They're not dangerous. Safe. Secure. But you told me not to touch them. Just because safe does not mean touch. I glanced around the room, uncomfortable tingles running up my arms, just looking at all the wriggling. Without the haze of panic, I could pick up on the distinct smell of burnt eggs. Ew, that's a fart. I held back the urge to gag. Tell me you can look at all this and not want to puke. They jerked as if they just insulted their mother. 1, that is rude. 2, I have seen worse. The worms were spilling out of the floor and disappearing through the grate at our feet. Ew, but there's so many. They tutted in disappointment. Are you all so scared of 100 million ants? Yes, that sounds terrifying. You are a giant to ants, Luna. Well, scared of ants, I will remember. What was that? Nothing. Worms safe. Admittedly, their easygoing demeanor about the whole thing did help calm me a little. A detail they seemed pleased by. I have another life or death question. Okay, I'm ready. Not another one of these. Is this a hobby of yours? What animal is your favorite? I'm a tiger lion girl. Don't ignore my question with another question. Animal, now. Oh my God, what is your favorite animal? A tiger. Wonder. I will remember. Can we take it easy with the icebreakers already? But understanding Luna is so much fun. Stop calling me that. What is wrong with calling you Luna? Nothing's wrong with it. It's just not my name. That's not my name. So I can call you Luna. That's not what I said. Okay. I groaned, burying my face in my hand. Do what you want. Just leave me alone. They giggled cheerfully, hopping on one foot. I will. Can we get back to the worms? If you've seen them before, then how do you deal with them? You do not. I'm sorry, you do not? Why deal with worms if safe? Just because safe does not mean let them infest their entire ship, Adam. Why not? Do I really need to explain? Actually, yes. I think that's what it said. Actually, yeah. Don't answer that. You know what? Stop talking. I'm just going to sigh. A soft crackle emitted from the speakers. Uh-oh. How may I assist? I slumped in relief at hearing the monotonous voice once more. Monotonous? Okay. Meanwhile, Adam seemed to huff in annoyance, folding their arms after being brushed aside. See, look, he's trying to make me all about him. He's trying to be all up in my mix. He's trying to be my bestie. I gave him a short glance of acknowledgement before turning my attention back to the ceiling. Where's the nearest station we can dock at? The nearest station is approximately five. Recalculating. Apologies, I cannot finalize the distance. What? I thought you were fixed. I was. My robotic voice is shaking right now. It seems my navigational system have been tempered with. Tempered? What do you mean, tempered with? It's these worms. I have been tempered with. I know you said that, but in what way? A different way. If Sai had a neck, I'd gently wring it. Deep breaths. Like changed, altered. Affirmative. Who would... I looked over at Adam out of the corner of my eye, who'd been staring at me the entire time. A brief second of paranoia filled my chest before I quickly quelled it. They've been with me for the past few hours. It didn't make sense. It is the same way for everything else. Does it feel like everything else has been altered? I mean, yes and no. Upon rebooting, several of my usual functions were inoperable. However, ever since my waking up, the loss of control has been increasing in increments since... Wait, what? You! So you're telling me you're worse off than before? Affirmative. Why didn't you tell me that sooner? My initiative directives were also tampered with as of 60 minutes ago. I'm adding extra. I cannot do what is not asked of me. I groaned. Loss of control? So what does that mean? Are we being hijacked? Why would anyone want to take over this stupid vessel? We just deliver Earthian, pet kibble, and platinum-grade chew toys. It is not an attack. The source of form is within. Within? The worms? It must have been these gross worms crawling through the systems. Then what can I do? May I what was that? May I suggest interrogating the new... Oh, I have suggestion. Nah, Adam, get up in my face. My head slowly turned to regard the newbie with an apathetic look. Yes, Adam. They take a walk with me. My glare turned furious at their nonsense. And what 70 billion galaxies would that help? You told me these things were saved, and look at what they did. We're stranded. Despite practically blowing up in their face, their helmet tilted, nothing but jubilance radiating off their body. Walk will help. Promise. Promise, Luna. It will help. Okay, I was about to say Adam. Okay. Take a walk with Adam, stay with Sai. Ooh. And there's only one ending? There's only one ending? This seems like there's two endings. I'm saying it like this is the end of the game. I don't even think this is the end. I'm going to stay with Sai because I'm going to follow my heart because I know Adam isn't who they are. I'm going to save just in case. Just in case there is... I saw it was only one ending. But there's like a secret, then I'm going to come back to this. Okay. I'm going to stay with Sai. My glare hardened, my voice tightened with anger. No, it won't. I don't know what's wrong with you, but if you want to take a walk, go ahead. I don't need you distracting me. Adam goes quiet. The silence stretched uncomfortably thin within the space. Well, they kept staring, their helmet reflecting a bloated image of my own face, glowering back at me. Their voice barely leaked out of the speaker of their suit. Do you hate me? My glare wavered, eyes widening at the sudden question. Do I hate? Please tell me you do not. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Hold on now. Adam? Please. 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 I don't hate you, Adam. But there's a time and place for messing around. I'm sorry you caught me on the worst day of my career to play these games, but it just isn't the time. I slapped a hand on their shoulder in a desperate show of camaraderie. Do you understand? Adam? Buddy? Will you take things just a little more seriously? For me? They nodded, slowly before their bobbing head speeds up. The momentum building up to the rest of their body until they're bouncing on their toes with barely constrained energy. Yes, my Luna. I will help. Great. You know, this reminds me of an anime. Now let's ask Hold on now. Now let's ask Sai if there's anything we could do about the worms. Sai? You do not need Sai. You have me. I thought I was imagining it, but there's absolutely no way. Were they actually jealous of the AI? Yup. Ah, well, 3 heads are better than 2. Unless you don't count Sai having a head, in which case, they don't respond, staring at me with a strange intensity hidden behind the glass. Unsettled by their gaze, I turned my back to them to face the console. I cleared my throat nervously, ignoring the hairs rising at the back of my neck. Anyways, I think a good start would be to check our current coordinates. I want to know what happened if I would have took a walk with them. See, that's why I saved. That's why I saved, even though there's only one ending, but interesting. Ty, could you pull them up onto the screen? I waited expectantly for a static, riddled affirmative to respond. Sai? Is it busted again? Warning, warning, warning. A loud creaking moan reverberated. I know I said that wrong. Through the room, my eyes darting around frantically. Sai? What's going on? Stop talking to that stupid voice. Uh-oh, they ripped that suit off. Hold on. It's getting real. Hold on. I am right here. The floor shuddered violently, sending tremors up my legs so vicious it made my teeth clink together until my jaw ached. A nasty metallic scraping pierced my ears as the rusted floor panels started to part, sliding and grinding against each other, shifting aside to reveal this monstrous sea of worms crawling underneath my feet. I screamed at the sight of... Ew! Yeah, this just reminds me so much of Scarlet Hollow. I screamed at the sight as I backed up against the console. The only thing separating my being from the rest of the wriggling mass was the flimsy metal grating underneath my boot. Adam stood on another, calmly watching me with the tilt of their helmet. Don't worry, I would never hurt you. But your friends? I could hear the lilt of joy in their voice as their fingers twitched. I would get them. Ew! What is this? How do I remove this? I need to see the full. Is that an eyeball? The hands? The head? Is that an eye? Ew! Oh wait, hold on. I missed the words. Hold on. From a writhing mass rose several mounds of flesh surrounding me in a taunting circle. Ew, the overwhelmingly heavy stench of burnt eggs, rotten meat, and wet copper invaded my nostrils and clogged my throat. I choked on bile, seeing the desecrated corpse of my comrades. Their bodies I don't know why I said it like that. Their bodies twisted grotesque, pulsing pillars of flesh and snoo. Ew. Flecks of dissolving teeth and spongy drained eyeballs hung loose against their flaccid skin. Their fingers were twisted, nails missing from their beds, and knuckles scraped down to the bone. Melted guts draped like bloody. This is so descriptive. Oh my. Melted guts. Got my allergies after that. Melted guts draped like bloody curtains along their forms, hollow and dripping with residue. Are you happy, Luna? Are you happy to see your friends? My muscles tense, my brain urging me to do something. Vomit, flee, why is that highlighted? I couldn't will myself to do anything. My eyes screwed shut, my breath coming in rapid, shallow, and panic as my gut churned. Gagging, I folded over myself as the contents of my stomach spilled past the gates and my fingers, my glove dirtied with acidic chunks. What's going on? Now my eye watering because I gotta sneeze. Seeing my distress, Adam flinched quickly, burying my dead friends underneath the grates once more. My eyes fluttered open as I trembled and shook to catch my breath. Luna? I swallowed thickly, my breath hitching and getting stuck in my throat. I could still taste the sourness in my mouth, my eyes watering from the memory. What are you? They had the decency not to laugh this time, looking at their feet. If I tell you, you will not like me. They looked up, the smile returning to their voice. But you will understand. The heck I will. The tittered lightly. They tittered lightly. You will. You are very angry at me now. I understand. But your heart is kind and tender and sweet. My face twisted to a sneer. They just sound like I'm the next on the menu. They give a contemplative hum before letting out a shy giggle. I'm sure you will be delicious. To some. But no. You are worth more than me than a meal. I don't even know who you are. They tittered again with the bird-like laugh. No matter. I am done cleaning. What? The lights flickered, turning to the colored hue. Static sparked from the speakers. Adam's voice loudly surrounded me with unabashed glee. I told you your favorite color, orange. Okay, the lights weren't meant to do that. They look over the ship. My head spun. They stepped closer. And that is only one small thing I can do for you, my Luna Nova. Food, flesh, favorite things. You only need to ask. No sigh. Okay, so this isn't sigh. No friends. I thought this was sigh. Only me. I stared at them, teeth grit. Come closer. They straightened in the light, quickly approaching me without hesitation. What is it, my Luna? Hit them with your wrench, hit them with your wrench, hit them with your wrench. Whoa, it's a worm! I braced my feet on the ground and swung, the sound of glass cracking sharp to my ears as the impact traveled down my shoulder. Adam made a sound like a strangled animalistic cry, dropping to their knees and clutching on their heads. Typically, space helmets shouldn't crack under that kind of force. They were supposed to be bulletproof, and you'd crack your skull sooner than you'd crack your helmet. But the company was cheap. And for once, that was to my benefit. Luna? My eyes widened as I stumbled back. He's wormy. Worms dripped out of their heads, slapping wetly against the grate, before joining the rest between the crevices. I already knew they couldn't possibly be human, but seeing what was essentially a suit full of worms did it for me. Luna! I banged another hit for good measure, a guttural screech scattering more worms across the floor. Luna! Save. My camera died, so I had to get that fixed real quick. Alright. Luna! I gripped the wrench tight, abandoning their crawling form to sprint down the hall towards the emergency escape pod. See, look. Luna! Okay, the walls and floors creaked and groaned as I ran contorting and shaped to trip me. I righted myself with a flailing of my arms, coughing for breath as I threw open the hatch for the escape pod, clambered inside in a mass of limbs. I buckled in, hands shaking as I flicked buttons and dials for the ignition, heart painfully hammering against my ribs. I want to know, could Psy work in this pod? Oh, I'm in the pod and I'm looking out. Okay, I got it. The countdown flickers on screen. The vessel shuddered to life. 10, 9, 8. Luna! I screamed, jumping in my seat. Ooh, this look creepy. You gotta get these thumbnails now that I know how to do it. I knew it was a button. Adam clawed at the pod, its worm-like innards pulsing and bulging between the cracks of its shattered helm. 6. Luna! 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 5. It giggled softly, sighing in mock disapproval. Crazy. 4. You know, it is useless. 3. So smart. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. What happened? So smart. Okay, 2. But tiny bit stupid. 1. The buttons and dials reset simultaneously with harrowing clicks and the pod jittering to a stop. Uh-oh. I was left staring at Adam's cracked helmet at its chitters, its laugh sounding more insect-like. You can have tantrums. I do not mind. It leaned against the glass, helmet thudding as it tilted its head in the love-struck way characters do in cartoons. I will wait. No, you won't, baby. I'm about to go back to Earth. Its fingers tapped playfully against the glass, distorted humming coming from the mass inside its head. I sat there frozen, my body unable to even tremble from shock. So all it is just a worm monster? I licked my lips, refusing to look away. My voice sounded distant and muffled, even through my own ears. What are you? Adam stopped, its rhythmic tapping. Talkative so soon. I can't do anything else. It stared a moment before giggling, shoulders shaking with mirth. Can it? Very true. What am I? It seemed to consider a moment before knocking its helm against the glass again in excitement. Do you remember, Luna, many moons ago on this ship? I was small, weak, and hungry. I racked my brains for an inkling of what it was talking about. Uh-oh. Backstory. A stowaway? Was it possible? I was ready to die. But I sneaked into the metal box inside and found crunchy bits. Food? You found food. The edibles. What type of edibles we talking? Yes. Joy and applause. But I find food to also find problem. Your friends. Mean and hasty. Surround me like moon lions. If you're going to be stealing our rations, of course they'll be upset. The worms writhed wildly as in anger. But I was so small and weak, they wanted to crush me under boots and burn me alive. So you was just one worm? Every single face, stormy. All but yours. They paused for a moment, reminiscing. The worms calmed. Okay. You look at me. Mercy. Star among the black holes. Their tone softened so that of reverence. Do you remember? Holding me in your glove? Do you remember? Shooting me into space? I shot you into space? That sounded like a death sentence rather than a rescue. And then it clicked. 6 months ago. You get into the dog food, didn't you? You got into the dog food. It perked up, nodding eagerly. Mari had found the pest, digging through the supplies and eating through half the bags. She called the whole group to catch it while I was busy repairing the hole that crawled in through. Caught in a jar, shaken and punished just trying to survive. Kiara suggested throwing it in the engine furnace. Marcus wanted to pick it apart. The others chimed in other horrible, torturous methods out of boredom when letting it out of the airlock hatch was so easy. I ran off with it just as they started bickering. It was no bigger than my palm. I just thought you were an endangered species. In an honest, truthful way, I did. The markings matched, didn't they? It let out a chirp of amusement. You're very smart with the ship, but tiny bit stupid with the animals. It sighed longingly, tracing a circle over my face with a finger on the glass. I remember your smile. Okay, listen, Adam. We're not going to be a thing. We're not a couple. We're not going to work. You a worm. I'm a human. Leave me be. I cannot forget. I never forget. You saved my life, my Luna Nova. My kind answer, action, and space. They better not ask me if I want to stay with this thing or do I want to leave. That better not be what you ask me. You are getting what you deserve. The pod shuddered, screwing, spinning loose and dropping to the ground with a muffled clink by my boots. I watched in horror as worms started squeezing in through the holes. Oh no, not me. Swarming in, they land on my lap, my arms, my shoulders, the gap around my collar. I could feel them curl around my ear, brush against my cheek, prodding against my visor, more and more, piling on and on. Get them off me! Uh-oh. I unbuckled myself, kicking open the hatch as Adam stepped back in time. No, he got what he wanted. Bursting out of the pod, I scrambled to flick away the horrid things off my body, shuddering as the sensation still ghosted over my skin. Adam watched, hardly offended. Ha! I got impatient. It snatched my hand before I could finish ridding myself of the worms. unhand me. The remaining ones curled around me, stick to my clothes and skin in a way that was almost affectionate. Now we have our home ready. What would you like to do, my Luna Nova? Home? And nodded excitedly. Home. Ship. Right. Adam took over the Bidadari. Even now I could hear distant creaking and dull rumbling all around us, transmitting gentle tremors from under my boot. Like the ship itself had come alive, breathing. My voice came out meek and numb. I want to go back to Earth. Adam shook his head. No, no, no. I am better than any planet. I can make anything. Here. It cupped his palms together and something started wriggling underneath his gloves. Better not be a tiger. Small colored pebbles rolled into its hands from the cuffs of his sleeves, growing into a pile before it presented them to me. Scrumptious, what is that? I recognized the dry pellets instantly. It is offering me the dog food. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting we are taking dog, like pet stuff. Okay. I gently nudged his hand back down. I can't eat that. I'm not a dog. It gasped in shock, an intense pout in its voice. Why not? I make sure it tastes green. It is what make a salad. A salad, yes? The way you like? That doesn't make it a vegetable. It sighed and tutted the worms, wriggling about in annoyance. Fine. I learned from Cook what to cook. I paused. Are you talking about Kiara? I dig her brain for a recipe. Ugh. Plentiful. What does that even... Never mind. I don't want to know. Somewhere in my confusion, Adam had hidden the kibble away, suspiciously muffled crunching noises coming from within his chest. I eyed it wearily. What are those even made of? If it had a mouth, it would give me a cheeky grin. Me. My body shuddered, squinting down in its gaping head wound. The smell of burnt eggs was even more intense. I don't want to eat worms. It laughed, nonchalant. It would not taste like worms. Did not even look like worms, remember? Oh. I can also make... I said, I can also make you some tiger. I do not know what a tiger is, but Luna can show me. Would you like your own tiger? I briefly imagined an animal made of wriggling black worms. No, thank you. I ignored the nausea collecting in the back of my throat at the thought. That's fine. I pointed at its helmet. Doesn't that hurt? It made a confused noise before realizing where I was staring. It is like fresh air. Fresh air. Adam really is just worms. You're not mad at me? You say you return favors, so... It shook its head quickly. I would never, ever. You can do the hitting again if that's what you want. What? No, don't be crazy. Then again, what did I expect from something not even human? I startled as Adam removed my glove. Oh, he made a heart. He loved me. He loved me, y'all. He loved me. Raising my hand with a firm grip, Adam nuzzled into me, carefully avoiding nicking me on the jagged edges. The smooth glass rubbed against my palm as the worms retreated within the helm, avoiding touching me directly. Even then, it let one stray worm curl around my thumb. Ew. The texture cold and foreign and strange. I could feel light vibrations on my skin as they let out a happy hum. We will sing and dance and fall in love, Luna. I cleared my throat awkwardly, resisting the urge to tug my hand free. I think you're being a little too optimistic for your own good, Adam. It chittered happily at the sound of its chosen name on my lips. Optimist. Of course I am. You have no choice but to like me. Its hold tightened around my wrist. And do you not ever think of escaping? And do not ever think of escaping. I will hunt you. I will find you. And I will start all over again. Oh, creep. I gulped. That's what he said. What if I asked nicely? Uh-oh. No. Oh, stay. But stay. I swallowed thickly, not daring to move a muscle or protest another word. I didn't think I would be held hostage by an armored parasitic worm, extraterrestrial thing. This whole situation was so bizarre, I expect to wake up under the red lights again if I tried hard enough. This is crazy. It tutted in satisfaction. What is the saying of the melody? No es la locura, en realidad es el amor. Hey, what you say? Since when do you speak? You used to be in my angel, Ty. The lights over our heads dimmed, the reflection of Adam's helmet. Adam's helmet illuminated the look of the dread on my face. Uh-oh. It's about to happen. Now I can be yours. Oh, he's a stalker. And we dance in synchronous rotation. Thank you for playing. Wait, what? I know there's only one ending, but is that seriously the end? I have to stay with him? Okay, so I went back. I'm gonna have to just do a quick history read for y'all. I went back to where I left off when you said to stay with Sai or take a walk with Adam, and I decided to take a walk with Adam. All right, I know there's only one ending, but I just wanted to see what would happen. It said, maybe it was the fact that I just needed a breather, but I ended up agreeing to go with Adam. They could tell I was about to accept their invitation, considering they took a step towards me and yanked me forward by the wrist before I could even say a word. The next thing I knew, my boots were thumping against the grates behind theirs, their grip around my wrist firm without a chance for me to slip. Their excited laughter echoed as they led me down the halls, less of a brisk walk and more of a merry jog. They confidently took turns without even glancing to check. It seemed they had a destination in mind. Eventually, they stopped in front of one of the airlocks, or rather, what we use as the garbage chute, and that's where we are now. Technology wasn't sophisticated on the ship. That was something I had to accept ages ago. Every time I came into proximity around this area, I worried the creaking would finally give way to collapsed doorways sucking me into the abyss. I kind of understood why Adam brought me here. The view through the glass separating us from oblivion in the other room was still admittedly breathtaking. Though, in my case, it would be literal, considering I have to hold back a panic attack every time I caught a glimpse outside. I wasn't even terrified of space until I got this job. Some practical jokes just leave a worse impression than others. Okay. Is he outside or is he... Okay, he's inside. Adam doesn't notice my subtle distress, or even if they did, they decided to ignore it. It is like I remember. You've been here before. Many moons ago. Okay. One day I take you swimming. Swimming? Oh, right. Then they meant outside. Just the very thought made my palms sweat, my heart sinking with my rib cage. Did they really get a thrill from a helpless floating out in space? Would explain why they haven't taken off the suit yet. Okay, I get it. That's me. I don't think I can. Yes, you can. It is easy. They reach for my hands, intertwining our fingers and squeezing gently through our gloves. Let them free your hand. Hold on. Save. Just in case. I'm going to free my hands. I bristled discomfort gnawing at my fingertips as I jerked to free my hands. Adam reacted faster, tightening their grips and refusing to let me budge. For a small person, they were ridiculously strong. They tilted their heads, looking at me expectantly. Fine. I mustered the strength not to recoil, shuffling uncomfortable. I couldn't see their face, but I could somehow tell they were beaming. Well, wait, we're not doing this now, right? I don't want to go outside. They tilted their head in confusion. We are not. You are not wearing a suit for swimming. Oh. I relaxed. Then, is there a reason we're holding hands next to the dumpster? Many reasons. Can you give me, like, one? They hummed and thought, I remember great happiness here. Huh? You asked for a reason. That is reason. They tightened their grip, stepping forward into my space, the helmet nearly bumping my nose. I startled, leaning back. I could tolerate the hand-holding, but I appreciate my own bubble of oxygen, Adam. They laughed, again, light and airy. I will make your oxygen for you. What? I only want to see you. Are you trying to see every single pore on my face, too? They tittered again, a smile in their voice. You are funny. I will remember. I sighed. That was barely a joke. Why do you keep saying that like you're keeping tabs on me? They paused briefly before realizing what I was referring to. I should know, must know, everything to make Luna happy. Nothing else that is the matter will matter. I held my breath, staring at them in bewilderment. At this point, I couldn't even deny it anymore. It was clear Adam was smitten. God knows why. That's a bold confession. Not bold enough. Never enough. Oh, okay, calm down there. Exactly. Should I just ask? Are you in love with me? Okay, so this, taking a walk with him went a whole nother route. Are you in love with me? Ask something else. But what would be that something else? I mean, it's obvious he's in love with me, but I just want to hear him say it. It wouldn't hurt to ask, right? Maybe the sooner I get them to admit it, the sooner we can stop this ridiculous rendezvous and focus on what actually mattered. Are you in love with me? Their hands dropped mine as if they were hot coils. Oh, now you want to do all that extra, but now when I ask you blankly and directly, you want to act like nothing. What? Luna, love? Love does not begin. They lunged for my hands again, squeezing tighter and tighter. You will let me. I was just asking. Calm down. You will let me? That depends. On what? If you save the ship, if you find my friends. They're not really my friends, though. They're just my crewmates. I gotta worry about myself. I already saw where my friends is. If you save the ship. Adam choked the laugh. Save the ship, save the ship, save the ship. Easy. I am almost done cleaning. Cleaning? The lights flickered, turning to a colored hue. Your favorite. I blinked. The lights weren't meant to do that. What did you just do? They laughed cheerily, holding out their arms as if proud. Okay, I think this is about to expose my friends, but I don't want to see them. I make ship better. You will not need Sai anymore. You will not need friends anymore. I will care for everything. Food, flesh, favorite things. Everything will be your liking, my Luna Nova. What? Right. You are a tiny bit deaf. Should I repeat? No. Can you please explain what's going on? What did you just do to the ship? Where are my comrades? I always say that so extra. If I'm being honest, you will not like me. Their words sent a cold chill in my back. Okay, up my back. But that is right. All right. Everything is all right. This isn't all right. Nothing was ever all right with this person. Adam admired my silence for a moment before leaning closer. What is it you want, Luna? Ask and I will give you everything of me. I want to go home. Okay, hit them with the wrench. I braced my feet on the ground and swung, the sound of glass cracking sharp to my ears as the impact traveled down my shoulder. Adam made a sound like a string. Okay, we know about that. Okay. We know that they cheat. Okay. Okay. I wanted that thumbnail. Okay. Okay. So yeah, basically, I gripped the wrench tight, abandoning their crawling form. Okay. This is him chasing me. Alright, so yeah, we only got one ending. Okay. That was an interesting game. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish it had multiple endings because all the decisions made it seem like it should have been more things to happen based off your choices. But nonetheless, I liked it because it had a great, interesting storyline and it also had like decisions. But like I said, I just wish those decisions could have branched out to different things because I didn't want to stay on the ship with that alien thing, little parasite worm creature, whatever it was. I didn't want to stay on that with them, but we had no choice. We had to. So yeah, if you want to play for yourself, you can find this game over on Itchio. I'm pretty sure you probably don't want to play it because there's only one ending. But I did go back to see what would happen if you took a walk and y'all saw it. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye!